Wait. Laro muna tayo. Bago nyo ipagpatuloy yung panonood ng video, i-comment nyo muna ano sa tingin nyo yung paborito naming mga rides and attractions sa Hong Kong Disneyland. Tapos tingnan natin mamaya kung tama yung hula nyo. So, eto na. Kakauwi lang namin from another visit to Hong Kong Disneyland and isa sa mga rides na talagang minake sure namin na matatry namin ulit ay itong Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. It's a charming dark ride located sa Fantasyland kung saan magbo-board ka ng isa sa mga whimsical honeypot vehicles and magjo-journey ka through the beloved tales of Winnie the Pooh. Sobrang family-friendly nitong attraction na to and it brings the 100-acre wood to life with colorful scenes and motion-enhanced effects. Wala ito nung mga drops or sudden movements, so very gentle and steady lang yung ride, great for all ages, lalo na sa mga maliliit na bagets and mga seniors. This ride is not exclusive to Hong Kong Disneyland though. We have also tried it at Magic Kingdom in Florida. And kahit yung Shanghai Disneyland, meron din silang version nito. May mga subtle differences, but overall, yung experience ay halos parehong-pareho. It's not the flashiest ride in the park, but it's pure, comforting Disney magic. But as much as I adore the nostalgia and whimsy of Winnie the Pooh, medyo mababa ito sa personal list of favorites namin kasi it doesn't quite deliver the thrill or wow factor that other attractions in the park serve up. Hindi ito ganun ka-memorable. Diba, sabi ko kanina, sinigurado namin na matatry namin ulit itong ride na to. Yun ay dahil halos hindi na namin ito maalala. Kahit ngayon nga, before mag-start itong recording, kinailangan kong panoorin ulit yung mga videos ko nitong ride na to just to remind myself. The storytelling is cute and the visuals are warm and fuzzy, but if ikaw yung type na nagki-crave ng mga heart-racing excitement, this one might feel a bit too mellow. It's nice, but not necessarily what you'll rave about kapag pauwi ka na, unlike yung ibang attractions na nandito sa listahan natin. So, don't go anywhere! Hey there, T-Peter! We are Vince and Josh. We've been travel blogging for the past 15 years and isa sa mga pinakagusto namin ginagawa ay mag-theme park. Na-addict na yata kami, lalo na dito sa mga Disney parks. And today, we're sharing with you the top 15 rides sa Hong Kong Disneyland na natry namin. But before we begin, please support this channel by booking on our official Klook Shop page. Whether bibili kayo ng Disneyland ticket or magbubook kayo ng hotel and other attractions sa Hong Kong, dito nyo na gawin sa Klook page namin. Just search The Poor Traveler on the Klook mobile app, wait for the results to appear, and click on our shop. If you're on desktop or laptop, you can simply visit www.thepoortraveler.net/shop and dadalhin niya kayo directly sa Klook Shop page namin. Either way, scroll down a bit, then sa Hong Kong section, you can book a Disney ticket and makikita nyo rin dyan yung mga hotel recommendations namin sa Hong Kong. Kapag dito kayo sa page na to magbubook, we earn a little bit which allows us to maintain this channel and create more informative travel videos tulad nito. Again, that's www.thepoortraveler.net/shop on your browser, or kung sa app nyo gusto mag-book, just search The Poor Traveler. Okay, eto na. Balik na tayo sa topic. And at number 14, it's Dumbo the Flying Elephant. This is a Disney classic through and through. Basically, it's a carousel pero nasa ere. Tapos meron kang control sa kung paano mag-glide si Dumbo habang umiikot-ikot ito over Fantasyland. Meron siyang simple lang na lever, tapos pwede mong kontrolin yung pagtaas or pagbaba. Kaya mas playful yung dating na mas ma-appreciate ng mga younger riders. O kahit hindi na ganun ka-young, kasi ako, tuwang-tuwa pa rin akong sumasakay dito and na-enjoy ko talaga na natataas sa baba ko yung ride. And yung view din from the top ay maganda. Especially on a sunny day na nakikita mo yung Cinderella Carousel, yung castle, and yung bustling park below. Still, as charming as it is, itong Dumbo ride is more like a quick feel-good moment than a showstopper. Simple lang naman kasi talaga siya. Wala itong immersive storyline, kung ano-anong effects, or kung ano man. Yung short duration nito and relatively slow pace mean it's not going to wow kung naghahanap ka ng mga talagang exciting na rides. And sa peak hours, pwedeng humaba din talaga yung wait times, tapos ang iksi lang ng ride. But still, I enjoy it every time. Especially nung last visit namin, na we got to share the ride with Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, no less. By the way, both Winnie the Pooh and itong Dumbo na ride are in Fantasyland. Ito yung zone surrounding the castle. Pero, to get to the next item sa list natin, kailangan natin pumunta sa Adventureland. At number 13, Jungle River Cruise. Madalas sumasakay kami dito kapag kahapon or tanghali para maiwasan yung init ng araw. Kasi nothing's more refreshing than being surrounded by malamig na tubig. Itong Jungle River Cruise delivers a vivid, immersive safari-style adventure. Magbo-board ka nitong tramp steamer-style boat, tapos you'll drift past Tarzan's treehouse through a dense tropical scenery na may mga animatronic wildlife. May mga elephants, gorillas, hippos, and meron ding mga headhunters na nagbo-blow dart. Tapos yung finale nito, medyo bongga. Kasi merong mythical fire and water gods na nag-engage sa isang spectacle of steam, flame, and water effects. Pero yung overall experience mo, nakadepende talaga yan sa boat driver/tour guide. Sobrang integral niyan dun sa ride. Kasi yung ginagawa nila, hindi yun madali. Basically, nagde-deliver sila ng information and humor at the right timing and sometimes in multiple languages. Tapos, sila rin yung nagko-control ng bangka. So, minsan, may mga na-experience na kami na yung guide nagro-rush through the script, which can affect how you'll enjoy this attraction. And while the theming is rich, kung excitement yung hanap mo, baka it's a little bit too tame for you, lalo na kapag kinumpara mo sa ibang attractions. Before we continue to our top 12, share lang namin na itong past videos natin, napansin namin na 80% ng mga viewers ay nanonood on TV, which is cool. Thank you. Pero alam namin na mahirap mag-comment sa TV and kailangan natin yan. So if you're watching on mobile or laptop, please help us by commenting on this video. Kahit mag-hi lang kayo or sabihin nyo lang kung ano mga favorite rides nyo, okay lang yan. And kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, pasubscribe na rin, ring the bell beside it, and select all para hindi mo ma-miss yung mga future episodes natin. Sali na rin kayo sa The Poor Traveler Support Group on Facebook, kung saan pwede nating pagkwentuhan ng mga trips natin and humingi and mag-share din kayo ng mga travel advice. Welcome na welcome yan dito sa TPT Support Group. Just visit www.facebook.com/groups/thepoortraveler. Ang dami na ring mga nagkakilala and naging mga travel buddies dito sa group natin. Kasi it's really a community of travelers na very supportive sa isa't isa. And nagtutulungan din para mas makapag-travel around the world. Speaking of, at number 12, It's a Small World. This is one of Hong Kong Disneyland's largest indoor attractions, offering a peaceful 9-minute boat cruise na magdadala sa'yo through vibrant, stylized scenes that celebrate global cultures and unity. Very heartfelt ito, timeless, and visually, nakakamangha rin naman talaga. It's a dark ride, and sa theme park jargon, yung dark ride refers to attractions where guests travel in a guided vehicle through a series of scenes. Usually, may special lighting, sound effects, animatronics, and projections na nagtetel nung story. Yung dark part doesn't mean na it's scary, although may mga rides na ganon. But it just refers to the ride being enclosed and using controlled lighting to set the mood. And ganon yung It's a Small World. Inspired by the original Disneyland version, this edition ng Hong Kong uses a canal-style ride system and showcases the artistic vision of Mary Blair with iconic, colorful figures crafted from papier-mâché, glitter, textiles, and clad in authentic costumes. Na-try na rin namin yung version nito sa Magic Kingdom sa Walt Disney World sa Florida, and we very much prefer yung take ng Hong Kong. Perhaps kasi mas expanded yung Asian segment. And syempre, Asian tayo, so, di ba, love your own. Lalo na yung part about the Philippines. May bahay kubo, tapos may mga dolls dressed in traditional Pinoy attire. But compared to other rides, it still remains very low-key. Although, sinasakyan namin to lagi kapag kasama ko yung nanay ko. Tapos, natutuwa talaga siya kasi parang sabi niya, ang dami daw manika. Tapos, malamig and very relaxing yung ride. So, kung gusto lang naming magpahinga a little bit, tapos nandun kami sa area, sasakyan namin talaga tong It's a Small World. Number 11, Ant-Man and the Wasp Nano Battle. Now we're talking. Itong Ant-Man and the Wasp ride, it's a shooting dark ride launched in March 2019 and nandito naman ito sa Tomorrowland. I think ito yung first ride sa Tomorrowland na i-discuss natin. Yung Tomorrowland is a Marvel-themed expansion ng park. So para siyang isang buong zone din siya, yung Tomorrowland. Pagpasok mo, siya yung unang zone na makikita mo sa kanan. And yes, sinabi ko kanina, it's a shooting dark ride, emphasis on shooting. Dito kasi, sasakay ka sa isang Omnimover style na sasakyan, tapos meron kayong laser-based blasters. Tapos, yung task nyo is tulungan si Ant-Man and the Wasp na i-fend off yung mga swarm bots by shooting at animated targets while immersed in stunning visuals and score. Sa pila pa lang, actually, sa-suck in ka na dun sa story. Kasi, mapapansin mo talaga, nandun kasi mismo yung cast, si Evangeline Lilly, and syempre si Paul Rudd, which is a treat in itself. Inside the ride, papalabasin nila na lumiit ka to ant size. Tapos, kakalabanin mo na yung mga swarm bots from a micro perspective. Tapos, babarilin mo yung mga targets as you coast along, and the more targets na mahihit mo, mas mataas yung score mo. Yes, may scorean dito, guys. Actually, pwede kayong mag-mini contest nung katabi mo, tapos magpataasan kayo ng score para malaman kung sino yung better shot sa inyong dalawa. Making it competitive and high energy and interactive. Yung cons naman nito, while yung competitive shooting adds gaming flair, marami pang mas edge of your seat na rides dito sa Hong Kong Disneyland. And yung gameplay kasi nito, medyo repetitive. And may part na parang, ewan ko, kunyari yung nanay ko nagsawa na lang siya. I like it, but not enough to make it to our top 10. So ito na, top 10 na tayo. And at number 10, Theater in the Wild. At the heart of Adventureland, matatagpuan itong Theater in the Wild, and more often than not, yung main feature dito is the Festival of the Lion King, a spectacular 30-minute Broadway-style stage show retelling Simba's story through iconic songs, acrobats, fire dancers, dynamic choreography, and striking production design. Pabilog yung stage, guys. So, in theory, kahit saan ka umupo, maganda yung view mo. Pero, syempre, in theory lang yon. May mga parts talaga na mas maganda, lalo na kung medyo mas malapit ka sa stage and nandun sa medyo gitna. Pero itong Hong Kong version, meron itong turntable na stage na mas nakakadagdag sa dating ba nung show. I always try to catch this show kapag nasa Disneyland kami kasi, ewan ko, enjoy ko talaga to eh. Hindi ako nagsasawa. Usually, pinipili ko yung mga showtime na around lunch or tanghaling tapat para iwas araw. Or kapag umuulan, yan, dyan magandang manood nito. Kasi indoor eh, tapos matagal yung show. So, kaya mong magpatila, ganyan. But it's not always Lion King, ha? A couple of years ago, na-tsempohan namin itong completely different show called Let's Get Wicked, na ang bida-bida naman dito ay yung mga devilish and beloved villains ng Disney like Ursula, Cruella de Vil, Dr. Facilier, Mother Gothel, Gaston, and of course, Maleficent. Kung yung Lion King dazzles with its heartfelt storytelling, itong villains show naman na to amp up the comedy and the choreography. Nakaaliw din naman. Although mas maganda pa rin talaga for me yung Lion King. Number 9, Mickey's PhilharMagic. Balik na tayo sa Fantasyland. This 12-minute 4D film is one of my favorites kasi pure nostalgia to mga guys and parang feeling mo naging bata ka talaga ulit. Although Mickey's PhilharMagic yung tawag dito, ang lalabas na sobrang bida dito is si Donald Duck kasi sobrang kulit niya. He's going to steal the show by stealing Mickey's hat and then mawawala niya yon. Tapos he will embark on an adventure through many of Disney's most loved classics like Little Mermaid, The Lion King, Peter Pan, and Aladdin. Para siyang music video type. So, makakasing along ka din a little bit. Tapos, 4D siya guys so merong, basta, wag na natin i-spoil. It has been enchanting guests since the park's opening and I don't think it's going anywhere. In fact, recently, in-update nila and in-upgrade yung show na ito. Dinagdagan nila ng Coco number. Tapos yung song is El Poco Loco. Tapos in-extended nila yung ibang parts. Ganun. Yung 4D effects and larger-than-life projection makes it especially appealing kapag maaraw, tulad ng show kanina. Or kung gusto nyo lang na magpahinga a little bit, gusto nyo ng aircon, ganyan, magandang manood dito. Kaya lang medyo mabilis yung show, guys. Kaya naman mabilis din siyang gumalaw. Paano ko ba i-explain yan? Basta, basically, kahit makakita ka ng maraming tao or mahabang pila, huwag kayo masyadong matakot kasi, di ba, pinupuno nila yung sinehan. So, mabilis siyang umusad. Hindi kayo masyadong maghihintay. So, yun. Medyo cute lang to. Pero if it's too mild for you, yung next item sa list natin might scratch that nastier virtual reality itch. Enter the Iron Man experience at number 8. Itong Iron Man experience is a 3D motion simulator ride located sa Tomorrowland din, kagaya nung Ant-Man. It's the first ever Marvel-themed ride in any Disney park, offering guests an immersive flight alongside Iron Man. Kapag sumakay ka dito, susuot mo yung Stark Vision glasses, tapos you'll board the Expo Edition Iron Wing. Sasakyan kunyari ito, tapos may pag-atake na mangyayari and you'll journey over Hong Kong. Yes, yung ride will take you above and through Hong Kong cityscape, making the suspension of disbelief stronger. So, yung kwento-kwento nito, si Tony Stark, kakalabanin niya yung Hydra and kasama mo siya navigating the skies, tapos kinakalaban niyo yung mga invaders na robot across iconic landmarks. Makikita mo yung Victoria Harbor, yung mga buildings, keme-keme. Yung ganap sa pila is part of the show, pero to be honest, I never got to pay attention to any of it. Kasi every time na pumipila ako dito, usually in the late afternoon, parang hindi naman talaga ako pumipila kasi laging walang linya, dire-diretso lang ako papasok. Hindi ko alam kung nagkakataon lang, pero like 3 times na nangyari sa akin na I usually walk right into the ride, as in walang pila. Despite its blockbuster appeal, it's still a simulator. Hindi siya physical na roller coaster. So kung ganun yung hanap mo, yung mga high-speed na drops, walang ganon. Medyo tame din ito. But the reason it's only number 8 is dahil, hindi ko alam kung bakit, pero nahihilo ako dito. Na hindi naman nangyayari sa ibang mga 4D or mga simulator rides. Like kunyari, may Spider-Man na ganito sa Universal. Pero hindi ako nahihilo doon. I think Transformers din sa Universal Studios Singapore, ganito rin yung datingan niya Pero hindi rin ako nahihilo doon. Pero dito sa Iron Man experience, for some reason, walang palya kapag sumasakay ako, medyo nahihilo ako. So, hindi ko alam kung bakit. So, ayan, number 8 lang siya. Number 7, Hyperspace Mountain. Also located in Tomorrowland, itong Hyperspace Mountain, ito roller coaster naman to, pero indoor. It used to be known as simply Space Mountain bago ito permanently ni-reimagine with a Star Wars overlay. So, pag sakay mo dito, ipro-propel ka ng ride through a pitch-dark, space-themed course with amplified visuals. Yung Star Wars twist places riders in the midst of a Rebel versus Imperial dogfight, launching into an adrenaline-pumping hyperspace battle. That blend of speed, surprise, and cinematic tension makes it one of the most exhilarating attractions dito sa Hong Kong Disneyland, lalong-lalo na kung Star Wars fan ka.
It's been a while. Ang sarap. Ang sarap to ride down sa Hyperspace Mountain. Grabe, super. I love it, I love it, I love it. Energize na naman kami ni Osh.
That said, the ride can feel rattly and less smooth. Mahirap siya i-explain, but if you've tried similar but newer rides like Guardians of the Galaxy sa Epcot or Tron Light Cycle Power Run sa Magic Kingdom and I think sa Shanghai Disneyland meron nun, you'll know what I mean. Wala din ito nung parang big drop na, alam niyo yun kasi hinahanap ko parati, yung parang fluttering feeling sa tummy, parang ganon. Yung feeling of weightlessness. Wala siya nun. And it would have been like the cherry on top sana dito. Pero kung yun yung hanap mo, dapat sa Toy Story Land ka pumunta. Speaking of, at number 6, Toy Soldiers Parachute Drop. Itong ride na to, it's all about that feeling sa tummy, the butterflies in the stomach, ek-ek. Kasi parachute jump style attraction siya, tapos ibabagsak ka niya 80 feet down a tower. Siyempre, hindi ka talaga naka-parachute. Tingnan nyo na lang yung video. So, parachute style lang siya, tapos tataas-baba siyang ganyan. So, bongga siya sa pakiramdam, if you know what I mean. Bawat gondola, kaya 6 persons. So, kung halimbawa, 6 kayo sa family, di bongga, magkakatabi kayo, ganyan. Tapos, unti-unti kayong itataas. Tapos, actually, from the taas, meron kayong magandang view of the park. Pero, honestly, hindi nyo na mapapansin yun. Kasi, syempre, iba yung naglalaro sa isip nyo kapag nandun na kayo. You're just waiting for the drop. And kapag nangyari yon, ganda, kakatuwa. Meron siyang rush kapag ka bumababa. Tapos kapag nasa taas ka naman, merong yung feeling of either dread or anticipation. Depende sa'yo. Basta, pag nagpo-plunge siya pababa, saya siya. Tapos pwede din dito yung mga bata. Kasi minsan may kasabay kaming mga bata eh. Pero kahit na a little bit extreme to, a little bit lang. Kasi hindi naman siya ganun talaga ka-scary as a ride. But be warned, wait times can run long, especially kapag peak season or peak hours. Ang haba talaga ng pila nito. It tends to draw big crowds and minsan nga pwedeng umabot ng 120 minutes yung paghihintay. Pero may workaround kaming napansin. This is one of those rides na merong dedicated na single rider line. So take advantage of it. So single rider, para lang siya sa mga mag-isa. Pero hindi naman necessarily kailangan mag-isa kayo. Kung group kayo, pwede nyo pa rin i-take tong single rider ride. Just expect na paghihiwa-hiwalayin kayo. Kasi 'di ba, kung 6 sa isang gondola, tapos kunyari, merong 5 lang, may isang bakante. So kaysa naman ma-empty 'yon, nagpapalsak sila ng single rider. Kami, wala kaming problema kahit magkahiwa-hiwalay kami sa ride kasi ganun pa rin naman yung feeling. Yun. Tapos, just next to the parachute drop stands the next attraction sa list natin, which is number 5, RC Racer. This thrilling steel shuttle ride is themed after the iconic RC car from Toy Story. Sobrang saya nito kasi it launches guests back and forth along a giant U-shaped half-pipe track reaching heights of about 25 meters. Para siyang Anchor's Away ng Enchanted Kingdom, pero mas malala. Sobrang lala. Drawing inspiration from Hot Wheels tracks, the ride offers a fun, dynamic experience na nagbibuild yung speed sa bawat pass, creating a gravity-defying sensation or yung tinatawag nila na hang time. Yun yung nasa ere ka, naghihintay ka lang na bumagsak. Tapos yung angle nito weird kasi parang, di ba U-shape siya? Kapag dun ka nakaupo sa dulo, iba yung pakiramdam. Feeling mo talaga nakalutang ka. Ako, kapag tinatry ko to, madalas nasa dulo talaga ako. At one point nga, nung first time na tinry ko to, akala ko nag-malfunction yung ride. Kasi after kaming makatapult doon sa ere, syempre hindi ka naman talaga nasa ere, no? Nakadikit ka naman pa rin. Pero ganun kasi yung feeling mo. Kasi parang nakabaliktad ka na halos eh. Ganun lang yung feeling mo. Hirap i-explain guys. Ang hirap mag-explain ng mga rides ha. Na-realize ko lang. Basta, I loved it. Sobrang saya. Sobrang saya nito. Favorite ko to. Ang dami ko ng favorite. Ano ba yan? Pero yun nga, medyo extreme to a little bit. So if you don't want to be too overwhelmed, din ka lang sa medyo gitna. Sumakay dun sa gitnang part. Kasi hindi yun masyadong tumataas. Yung Toy Story theming din nito, impeccable siya. Yung station mimics a toy garage and yung queue resembles a toy racetrack. Yung pilahan. Yun nga lang, yung con nito is meron itong limited throughput. Kasi one car lang siya at a time eh, di ba? So, hihintayin mo matapos yung isa, tapos tsaka magpapalit. So, yung wait time nito can be too extra at times. Medyo matagal. So, be prepared to wait a long time. Pero, honestly, yung ganito ka-intense na ride, worth it talaga siya for me. Okay, we're down to the final 4. And to be honest with you, we had a hard time ranking yung numbers 2 to 4 kasi we keep changing our minds. So, yung tatlong attractions kasi na to, very, very different. So, virtually, kahit na nakarank siya na 2, 3, 4, i-consider nyo na lang siya as a triple tie. Ganon. Teka, may ganon pa. Basta, ganon. But as of this recording, here's how things stand. Number 4, Momentous Nighttime Spectacular. The ever so famous fireworks display at the end of every day. Actually, parang misnomer na nga yung fireworks display na term for it kasi compared to its previous version, years ago, there are less fireworks now. But that doesn't mean na hindi ito ganun kabongga. If anything, talagang binonggahan pa nila ng pagkabongga-bongga lalo. Projected right onto the Castle of Magical Dreams and the fountain in front of it, yung palabas na to, blends breathtaking visuals, powerful music, lasers, and fireworks into one seamless, emotional show. It takes you on a journey through beloved Disney and Pixar stories. So, may parts na heartfelt, tapos may part na thrilling, ganun. Ano siya eh, para siyang Disney highlight reel. Only bigger, brighter, and paired with a soundtrack that could make even a grown man tear up. Don't ask me how I know. Pero guys, never fails na kapag ka nagpe-play yung A Whole New World, it does something to me. Like, may feels talaga. Tapos yung favorite part ko rin kasi talaga, yung nakakaiyak talaga for me is yung Remember Me. Kasi yun yung isa sa mga favorite na songs ko sa mga recent na Disney movies. Favorite ko yung Coco. So, pag Remember Me na part, yun, medyo nakaka-teary-eyed siya talaga. And as if it wasn't enough for the park's 20th anniversary, dinagdagan pa nila ng isa pang layer of magic. This time, drones. Hundreds of them light up the sky in stunning formations, creating massive shapes, icons, and symbols that complement the castle projections below. Tapos, dagdag wow factor pa kasi nga nakasynchronize siya eh. So, kunyari, parang si Tinkerbell na drone na shape, tapos gagalaw siya na, kunyari, babaguhin niya yung color nung castle. May mga ganong paandar. Wow! We decided to put it at number 4 because, of course, a show this epic comes with a few realities. Una, kailangan mong agahan. Like, maagang-maaga kung gusto mo ng maayos na view. And by maaga, we mean like hours ahead of time. Kung magsa-start ang show ng 8 p.m., you should already secure a spot at around 5 or 6 p.m. Kasi kung hindi, baka mawalan ka ng pwesto. Kasi ang bilis dumami ng tao, guys. Lalo na kapag, like 7 p.m., ganyan. Nasa mahirap na siya. And yung other guests, lalo na yung mga matatangkad, wala tayong issue sa mga matatangkad. Pero, syempre, kung maliit ka, pwedeng ma-block yung view mo. Tapos meron ding iba na pasaway na basta, ayoko na lang mag-talk. Check. Pwede rin maging issue yung weather kasi syempre kapag sobrang lakas ng hangin, makaka-apekto sila sa mga bagay-bagay. But on a perfect night, when everything aligns, itong Momentos Nighttime Spectacular, lalo na ngayon na meron pa siyang additional na drone show, it's one of the theme park experiences na talagang magsistick with you kahit umuwi ka na. So, perfect siya talaga na finale, kumbaga. Number 3, Big Grizzly Mountain Runaway Mine Cars. To us, this is the best roller coaster in Hong Kong Disneyland. Located ito sa Wild West themed na Grizzly Gulch and nag-open ito noong 2012 pa. So yung kineme dito is sasakay ka nung parang, alin yung sa mga minahan, matawag doon, basta yung, yun, mine cars. Yun nga yung pangalan nung ride, ano ba yun? Basta yung sa minahan na sasakay ka, tapos, basta may kwento siya kasi merong mga animatronic bears. Although, to be honest, hindi ko nasusundan yung kwento kasi busy ako sa pagsigaw. Busy ako sa pagsigaw. Wala na akong pake sa nakikita ko. So, hindi ko alam yung kwento. Ilang beses ko na itong na-try, never ko na-absorb yung kwento. So, yon. Pero what makes it really, really special is yung unexpected twists. Hindi ko alam kung dapat kong sabihin dito kasi baka spoiler sa mga pupunta ng Disneyland soon. Pero, ewan ko, hindi naman siguro kasi feeling ko effective pa rin to kahit sabihin ko. Pero basically, may part doon na babagal, tapos akala mo tutuloy siya or akala mo tapos na, tapos biglang pabalik. Tapos mas mabilis. So, kakaibang experience yan. Pero just like Hyperspace Mountain, it also feels a little bit rough. Pero, parang on theme naman siya. Kasi nga yung bumpiness nito, parang pasok siya dun sa kwento na parang runaway mine carts nga. So, walang issue doon. Pero yun din, prepare for a long time na wait. Kasi sobrang sikat din ito. And ang thing kasi with Hong Kong Disneyland, konti lang talaga yung roller coasters niya. So, you only have Hyperspace Mountain, tapos ito, tapos mas maganda to. So, yung mga mahilig talaga sa thrills, yung sa mga big rides, dito talaga mag-gravitate. So, mas matagal talaga yung pila. Ayun. Number 2, Mystic Manor. This is Hong Kong Disneyland's crown jewel. And for the longest time, I firmly believed that this was the most imaginative ride dito sa Hong Kong Disneyland. Unique kasi ito sa Hong Kong kasi original yung story and hindi ito based sa any existing na Disney film. Hindi ito parang napanood mo na sa movie, hindi ito Moana, hindi ito Star Wars, hindi ito Iron Man. Talagang it was created just for this. And yet, even though wala sa mga characters yung alam mo na before, walang familiar sa kanila, it's very easy to be invested dun sa kwento. Yung story kasi, naka-center siya around Lord Henry Mystic and yung pagkakakulit-kulit-kulit-kulit na monkey niya named Albert. Tapos, set ito sa lavish na Victorian-style mansion. And yung ride, nung first time kong masakyan to, medyo na-amaze talaga ako. Kasi ito, I think, yung first na trackless ride na na-try ko. So, nung una, nagtataka lang ako how it works kasi ang galing eh. Basta, ang galing. Tapos, nakokontrol eh. May synchronized naman siya. You go from room to room. Tapos, each room is brought to life by realistic na mga animatronics. May mga special effects. Tapos, ang galing, hindi mo alam kung paano na nagawa yung effects. Parang siyang magic, ganyan. Tapos may mga set pieces na gumagalaw. Tapos ang ganda rin ng score. Basta gustong-gusto ko talaga tong ride na to because yung storytelling, top-notch. Ang galing. Galing ng kwento. Aside from its overall creativity and originality, isa sa mga reasons din na nasa taas ito ng list natin, well, top 2, is yung pagiging inclusive nito. Hindi kasi ito scary na ride. Kahit na yung name niya, parang feeling mo horror-ish kasi 'di ba Mystic Manor. Basta yung kung paano siya minamarket is parang haunted house siya. Hindi siya ganon. Hindi siya yung parang haunted mansion sa Disney. Basta sa ibang Disney parks, I think Magic Kingdom yung may haunted mansion na horror talaga. Ito, hindi naman. May mysterious effect lang siyang ganyan. Pero generally, it's whimsical and hilarious na kahit yung mga bata na maliliit and kahit yung mga matatanda, like yung nanay ko, magugustuhan nila. In fact, ito yung number 1 na favorite ng nanay ko na ride. So, just for that being super family-friendly for all ages, feeling ko deserve nito yung mataas na spot. And sana, balang araw, gawin nila tong proper pelikula kasi papanoorin ko talaga siya. Okay, before we reveal our number 1 ride, let's take a look at the other rides that didn't make it to the top 15. Kasama na dyan yung Cinderella Carousel, na fun naman, pero it's just that, a carousel. Tapos yung Slinky Dog sa Toy Story Land, na honestly kami ni Vince, hindi kami natuwa dito, nahilo lang kami. Tapos meron silang, hindi ko alam kung mauulit pa to, pero nagkaroon sila at one time na naranasan namin yung House de Villains. Fashion show themed siya na ganap, featuring yung mga most iconic villains led by Cruella de Vil. Very fun yung show na to kasi pwede ka mag-interact with the dancers, may mini stage, nandun yung mga characters. Once lang namin to na experience and hindi na siya available now. Sana bumalik balang araw. And siguro kung hinahanap nyo to, wala to sa top 15. Yung Wandering Oaken's Sliding Sleighs, honestly, hindi pa namin to na-try. Yung first time namin kasi na tinry itong sakyan, I think sarado. Sarado siya. Tapos, nung second time naman, sobrang haba nung line. Wala na kaming time. Pwede naming balikan, pero parang ang layo na niya. Nasa Tomorrowland na yata kami. And ayaw na namin pumalik all the way to Arendelle area. So, hinayaan na lang namin. Ayun. And since nandito na rin naman ang usapan sa Arendelle, I'm sure may idea na kayo kung ano yung number 1. And that's Frozen Ever After. This may be a controversial take kasi most publications, nilalagay nila na number 1 is Mystic Manor or Big Grizzly Mountain or even Hyperspace Mountain. Sila madalas yung nagtatop ng list ng best rides sa Hong Kong Disneyland. But hear me out. For us, Frozen Ever After has all the elements na hinahanap namin sa isang Disney ride. Actually, kahit hindi ride, kahit film. It has a compelling narrative, a strong sense of nostalgia, grand na set design, fantastic effects, and a wonderful soundtrack. And as a ride, it feels like a relaxing boat ride sa start, demure sa una, cruise kayo across a charming village, and then kapag you're all caught up in the snow and the feelings, ganyan, it catches you off guard with a couple of delightful surprises. Hindi naman siya ganun ka-wild, pero nakakagulat siya kung hindi mo alam. So, hindi ko na lang sa share. And mapapakapit ka talaga sa upuan mo. It's the perfect blend of family-friendly storytelling and just the right amount of excitement. At least for us. Alam namin na hindi ito unique sa Hong Kong Disneyland. Ang Tokyo Disney Sea, meron silang sariling Frozen na attraction. And itong almost exact ride na to is also available sa Epcot sa Walt Disney World in Florida. But yung version na to ng Hong Kong made a few little improvements and they made all the difference. Yung ride na to, itong sa Hong Kong, was much smoother and more thrilling overall. Sure, yung linya dito pwedeng humaba ng pagkahaba-haba, especially ngayon na bago pa siya. But again, it's absolutely worth the wait. Ayun, agree ba kayo sa top 15 namin? And tama ba yung mga hula nyo? So, comment na lang kayo ulit. And in our next episode, we'll be publishing our Hong Kong Disneyland travel guide complete with practical tips and other recommendations. If you don't want to miss that, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell beside it, and select all para hindi mo ma-miss yung mga future episodes natin. If sa Facebook ka nanonood, join our 1 million strong community by following or liking this page na rin. And if you enjoyed this episode, please support us by commenting and liking this video and save our promo codes for discounts. And remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it.